Welcome back to another edition of Mad Cowford Improv Cocktails, a series where I experiment with versions of cocktails and try to recreate some cocktails that I've seen on menus and generally try new things that I haven't done before. And that's what I'm going to be doing tonight with the Whiskey Sour. A whiskey sour is a drink that I have had before. I have made a version of it before, but I've never made it at home quite like this. The first time that I recall having a whiskey sour was at a bar in Portland, Oregon called Clyde Common. And so this will sort of be a version like that, and we will see how it turns out. So the ingredients that you need for a whiskey sour are whiskey. So tonight I am using Buffalo Trace bourbon, which is a great bourbon for everything. You need lemon, you need simple syrup, and optional, but I'm going to try it tonight because it's new for me, and egg white. So I'm going to risk salmonella tonight with my whiskey sour. So for the whiskey sour, the way that we are going to build it, we're going to build it in a cocktail shaker because we will be shaking this cocktail. And it's going to start, we're going to start with the citrus, and I've already halved a lemon because although I risk salmonella, I don't want to bleed on camera. So I pre-slice this and I'm going to juice it. We want about 1 ounce of lemon. So juice 1 whole lemon. Fresh juice can make all of the difference for this kind of cocktail. You can of course use lemon juice that you get bottled at the store, but whenever possible, I try to use freshly squeezed juice. So we're going to make sure we've got 1 ounce of that. Perfect. 1 ounce of lemon juice, and then 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup. I am using a honey syrup that I made at home, which is really just half honey and then half water that I brought to a boil and mixed in with the honey. So it's about a 50-50 water and honey mixture. Gives it a nice sweet taste. If you're going to make something, a cocktail called the bee's knees, you want honey syrup on hand. And instead of simple syrup, that's what I am going to be using today. So about 3/4 of an ounce honey syrup. Then 2 ounces of bourbon. This is the real fun part. And then, again, I've not done this before. This could be a failure because I don't really cook with eggs a lot. So I'm going to try to crack an egg here and do my best to only get the white part of the egg into the cocktail. Again, I am not an expert at this. I think the recipe calls for about a 1/2 ounce of egg white. This is probably more. I'm going to save the yolk just in case I want to do something with that later. Maybe drink it down like Sylvester Stallone in Rocky. Who knows? So I've got all of my ingredients in the cocktail shaker. I've got egg on my fingers. So quick rinse off of that. And then we are going to dry shake these ingredients. So before we ever try to add ice to it, we just dry shake it. Get that nicely mixed together. You want that frothy part of the egg white. Egg white is a neutral tasting ingredient, so it gives it volume and it gives it texture, but it really doesn't give it a whole lot of flavor. So now we've got ice in here. Cold condensation on the outside of the shaker tells us that it should be ready. And we are going to see what that looks like. I'm going to put this in a coupe glass. So let's see. All right. I think that's how it's supposed to look. Garnish with a cherry. Got some layers on that with the froth. Let's see how it tastes. It's very good. The ratios are right. Good froth with the egg white. Hopefully it doesn't poison me, but if it does, probably this drink will be worth it. So hope you're staying safe. Cheers to you.